today. You join me at Urban Paradise, a lovely little lake. It's here in the middle of nowhere almost, and it's actually quite a bit smaller than I first thought it would be. It's my first time here, first time seeing it, and believe it or not, there's actually some big grosses in here. One is up to 40 pounds, so that would be quite a nice target to catch. Already I've seen one or two swirls on top, but I'm going to try and do a lap of the lake, just walk around trying if I can see something, and then I'm going to get the rods out. I've already walked down the one off of the lake, saw one or two dark shapes, so obviously a carp or two, but I'm going to try and walk around the other side, see if I can't spot anything, maybe some margin opportunities. And hopefully, just saw a tail come out the water there. But yeah, let me get going, try and find some spots, and then get the boat out and a deeper, try and see if there's some likely looking areas, and get the bait out there. And hopefully later you can see me with the fish. That'll be nice, eh? So see you later. So I just managed to land my first fish on a little citrus wafter in probably 10 minutes after getting the rod out. So not bad. Let me just try and get it. Oh, yeah. Come on. Oh, what a beast. First one, not the biggest fish. It was a real stuttery take, not really sure what happened, and then the bobbin dropped to the floor and I managed to get him. Not bad. This time I really do hope they get bigger than this. But at the start, it's not a blank, so first little fishy. Let's get him back. So after landing that small little common, I had another take on that same rod against the margin, and it fell off unfortunately, and then had to take my other rod on the pop-up presentation, and that one fell off as well. So but it's clearly smaller fish, because I've seen them in the edge and they are really really small, not really what you want to target. So I'm going to take my 6-foot rod and go that side of the dam and see if I can get one or two of them, just to keep myself busy now for the day. So I've taken that rod out that's been doing the bites on that same spot, so if I sit that side I can still fish the same area and then just get into the water when I get a take. So let's go try it. So I've given about an hour, no luck, so I'm gonna get back that side, get all my rods out, and then perhaps get the bivvy up. Still thinking about that, not really want to, but there's no shade in that side, so don't want to get burnt to a crisp. But for now, let me get the rod out and get that side to get the rest of the rods in. second on the trip. This one's a bit bigger. Not too bad. This time on the scope and squid popper. It's just technique all of nature. As I got out of the bathroom, it was melted off. No, at least they're getting a bit bigger. But we took the rod back before taking it out. The rod's back in the money. And hopefully we can get one or two more. Hey, they're getting bigger. This one, an angry male common. Each one seems to be a little bit bigger than the last. So with that trend, I think it's going to be a good night. Remember, little angry fella. Slip him back. Thank you. The action has been coming quite quick and fast, so I've realized I'm going to be running out of particles soon. So luckily I brought some essential angling particles with me, just in case something like this might happen. So I'm quickly going to prep this up and sort of show you what I'm using as well. So what I brought with me is some crushed tiger nuts. Just throw them in a pot. So I firstly filled the pot with some lake water, which is what I'm going to be boiling everything in. I'm going to add that in there. There's no specific ratio at the moment. I'm basically using what I brought. Tiger nuts. So because I'm not pre-soaking these, I'm not going to add too many of them, and I'm going to be cooking this for about 2.5 hours. So and these are small particles, so they will cook right through. So always be sure with your tiger nuts, don't under prepare them. Make sure that they are cooked all the way through, otherwise they can be quite dangerous for carp, so be careful. So I'm not going to add too much of that, maybe 1 or 2 hands. They just got 2 handfuls of that. Next up, buckwheat. So as you can see, there's not much left in there. I'm going to add all of that in. And then here I have about 1.5 kilos of hemp seed. So let's add that into the water as well. Right. Let's mix that up a bit. There's quite a lot of water in here. That's okay, because then I can make sure that they won't burn my particles if I cook. If everything dries up. Because I have had that happen before, where I mess up the whole house full of smoke and everything for getting the particles on the stove. So I'm gonna get the gas bottle and light these babies up, and hopefully we'll be able to go through all of this as well, and maybe catch one of those grassies or one of the bigger commons. Everything's finished cooking now. Everything's ready. So I'm going to add some sweet corn from the Nash stable. Add a little bit of that. Only a little bit, you really do not need much of that. Some tiger nut extract. Add a whole bunch of that in there. So. Some hemp seed oil. Get that going in there. I also had some, of course, Himalayan rock salt in there. Lovely saltiness. It's a great tip for fishing just before spawn, because they really want that saline, the minerals and the salt. Just mix all of that in nicely. There you go. There's a nice particle mix. Hopefully get the fish heads down. Well, good morning. It's the next day, and last night wasn't really successful. I managed to catch 2 of those really small commons and also 2 tiny barbel as well. So unfortunately none of the bigger fish turned up for myself last night. So at the moment I'm quite busy scratching my head trying to figure out what I'm going to do today. But plan is maybe to take one of the rods over to the opposite side again, try and sit there and see if I can get one out of the edge. But yeah, for now I think I'm just going to redo 1 or 2 rods and wait it out a bit, and hopefully before I leave I can get one of the bigger fish or even just one of the mirrors, and then I feel that'll be like session made. Hopefully not another one of those really small commons or a really tiny barbel, because that's that's never really the goal. So let's see how it goes. There you go, first one for the day. It's actually a little bit bigger than the ones last night, so it's not too bad. So yes, I'm gonna keep catching these ones for the day, and hopefully one of the bigger ones will turn up. Not bad. Another one in the net. Had to go out on the boat to fish this one. Seconds after putting the previous one back, I had to take and managed to land this lovely little angry common, this time on a 12mm citrus pop-up. So it doesn't matter what I'm putting out there, picking it up at the moment. But if we go ratio wise, my chances are getting better and better, so take it as they come. So that's the session done. Last night was plagued by the small fish. I actually thought it's going to continue this morning, and most of the day I spent just sitting underneath a palm tree. And I did go and look at the spots that I baited in the edge. Unfortunately I didn't see any carp or any fish for that matter. Fortunately I didn't manage to get one of the big grassies or one of the mirrors, but there's always a chance next time. So for now, see you guys in the next video. Cheers.